Hello everybody, it's me live, getting everything set up, ready to go. Bear with me for a second. There we go, I can actually see what I'm doing. Hello Phil, hello Travis. What do you mean I don't need coffee? Of course I need coffee. Right, I have to get coffee before I start streaming because otherwise I forget and I don't get it during. So right, PlayStation 5 for you today. Customer contacted me on Friday. Son has absolutely trashed the front USB Type A port. Oh, just bear with me for a second. I've got feedback from. What do you mean I don't? Right, there we go. That's better. That's just completely thrown me off. There we go. Right, so yeah, I've got front USB port. Hello, Philip. Fifi Pie. So basically, Son has trashed the front USB Type A port, and he's also complaining of a slow disk drive on the system itself. Now I can see it's trashed. I will plug it in and power it up, but I'll do that now. I'll flick over to the other camera. Right, there we go. Right, first things first. Hello, GeForce. Yeah, no worry, no rush. I can see. Right. As you can see, I don't know if you can see in there properly because this camera is shocking. He's absolutely trashed the plastic part of the actual USB port. Completely ripped it out. It basically looks like he's rammed it in the wrong way around. He's also complaining that the disk drive's a bit slow, so we'll have a see. So now I know I have been told by the customer that the console power's on, and the son has been using it for past couple of days, but we will see. Let's power it on and see what happens. Now I will remove the image just before it actually gets to the login screen, because there is the usernames are the customers' names and I don't want to give those out. We're on a white light. There we go. Yeah. They obviously haven't turned it off properly before last time they used it. But as we can see, it's all working. All starting up fine. I am just going to before I actually open the log up screen, because I don't want the names, because it is actually the customer's name that's visible on there. So it's not the issue is, Phil, the username is their full name. And with this customer, you know, I don't want to give out that customer's name. At the end of the day, I want to protect his privacy, you know, because you can find out who this person is from what appears on the front screen, and that's my issue. Right, so I've got it all powered up. I'm on the I'm actually in the dashboard now. Now, the first thing I want to have a look at is, he was saying about a disc issue. Now, I don't have any PS5 discs, but at the end of the day, PS4 ones will do. He says it was really slow. Hey, Dad. Yeah, no, that seems to be loading up fine. I think when he means slow, I think he means the fact that it's not. It's taking a while to read that disc. I'm wondering if I put the disc in the wrong way round. That sounds better. Hello, Lee. Yeah, no, that's loading up fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No, absolutely nothing wrong with that disk drive whatsoever. Right. So what I want to do now is shut down the console. And we can start working on it. You'll have to excuse the mess. I have been working this morning. Just wait for that light to go out. Light to go out and the fan to stop, and we should be all good. Yeah. No, it's not slow at reading, Phil. I'm just putting the disc in the wrong way round. It took a while to read it, because you'd think with the console being either able to lay down in this position or stand up, they would have made it so the disc went in that way. But no, they don't do that. They put it in that way. So I put the disc in the wrong way, and as soon as I put the disc in the right way around, it fired up properly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that disc drive. Customer's child was mentioning that it was taking in discs slow and ejecting them, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Ooh, actually, I could do with hang on. You have to bear with me. I'm trying to. No. That one. There we go. Leo, you can keep the spanner. If you don't want the spanner, I'll take it away. I only did it the other day just simply because, well, you mentioned it and Wayne told me how to do it, so you kind of both volunteered yourselves. But quite happy to leave it, you know, it's nice. Hello, Tabs. I'm going to give it a strip down, Phil, just because it's... I'm not taking the board away from the thermal paste, so the clamp won't be coming off, and it won't be coming off the heatsink. I'm literally taking it apart enough to get it out, because by the looks of the dust I'm seeing so far, it needs a good clean. Ah, yeah, I didn't think of that. Yes, so front panel off, back panel off, and it just separates, I'm guessing. It's alright, I've never done it like that before, so awesome. Yeah, well, you know, got to make him feel important. grab my tub. To chuck my screws in. Yeah, no, that's fine. I normally, to be honest with you, strip it. Done with the screwdriver. I usually strip it down, take the front cover off, take the top plate off. But yeah, no, I'm better today, to be honest with you, Lee. I'm a little bit more confident with this one because this isn't my first one of these. I'll say that, and because now I've said it, I'm probably going to completely fudge this up, aren't I? Yeah, no, I'm good. It's actually, it's better than I was expecting. But then again, he says he's only had it from Christmas, so I don't want to separate the actual internals too much, but we'll get there. Yeah, no, I had issues with Stream Elements the other day, Phil. Kicked Wayne out. Because I don't have a lot of people in on my streams at the moment. Wayne was making more comments than everybody else, and they thought he was a spanner. Okay, Tab, see you shortly. Yeah, I thought he was a spammer, so timed him out for however long it's set for. But no, I got rid of it. I've turned it off. To be honest with you, I'll keep it as just mods for now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't particularly want to strip it all the way down, but I warn customers when they bring it in. I did try to keep the warranty seals intact, but I did warn customers that it gets quite difficult, so warranty seal will be broken. And now I need to figure out what I've done with me. Put that down somewhere. Just bear with me for a second, guys. It's not the one I want, but it'll have to do. Oh, I didn't. I thought I'd got rid of Stream Elements. Hang on. Let me... Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I've literally just seen that. I didn't realise it was still active. Let me just bear with me for a second. I had this issue the other day and I thought I turned it off. So go to dashboard. There we go. I've turned, I think, should all be good. I've turned it off, so Dad should be back in a minute, hopefully. Once it, I'm guessing it's just the part channel. Yeah, I've taken him off the channel for now. So, right. Still need to do that one. Hello, CG. Sneaking in there. It's alright. Not the first person stream elements is kicked Wayne out the other day. I don't think I'll be using it again. Or I'll be turning certain elements of it off. Yeah. I said to the customer I'll give it a bit of a clean out and a dust out and stuff. Let me just before I make a mistake. It's alright, you can spam now. Always one screw. Bear with me for a second, guys, while I finagle this out. Oh, you timed him out. Yeah, this definitely needs a good clean out. Yeah. Pop the front frame off. Oh. Just bear with me for a second. Forgot about the antenna going to the power supply. Right, there we go. Let's get that part out of the way. This is going to need a good dust out anyway. So, flip this over, and I should. What head screws are those? Okay. Where's me? Yeah, I think Lee, I think he said he was doing a repair. Not that I know how to link somebody in straight after a stream, or whether he's going to wait a little bit before he goes live. But you screw. Just pop that off the front, like so. Just three screws holding that front panel connector on, and then we can pop off the shield, which means press down and we can remove the connector. I will give this a good clean out, because as you can see, it, a few dust bunnies and stuff in there. But just pop this to one side. Right. Basically this we're working on. So over me for 2 seconds. I totally forgot to set up this, because you'll get a slightly better view from this. Not even plugged in the computer. Where's me cursor? There it is. Right. Here we go. Right, that's a better view of it. As you can see, he's absolutely destroyed the internal plastics of this. Even the pins, they're that mushed. They're right at the back of the port. But luckily for him, whack some leaded solder in, clean out the ports, and we'll go from there. Now, this part is going to be a little bit of overkill, because I don't have a small board holder. I only have a this one, but get this set up. But it does hold it nice and secure for me. Get this on there so we can see it. You can see what I'm doing. Might help if I actually turn my equipment on. Always good to have the iron hot. Should have enough flux to get me through. Actually, let's go for that one. It's alright, I've got some I finally got different spools of leaded solder just to try and help a bit. So I've got some fine stuff and some, slightly chunkier, but yeah, no, I'm not replacing it, Phil. I'll quite happily do this fix. At the end of the day, I could probably, to be honest with you, it would probably cost the same. But yeah, no, to be honest with you, I quite enjoy doing the this sort of stuff. Yeah, no, it's not just going to be a board swap. Especially with the USB ports, these are relatively easy to do. So let's get some heat going in. Really want to flood them. With the leaded, with the good stuff. USB 2.0. Hang on. I'm not entirely sure. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, I probably said it on there. No? More than likely 2.0. You know what they're like. They can get away without putting the expensive stuff on. Yeah, no, I don't have the donor parts to swap this out without with a new board, because I'd probably be a similar price, because I am giving this console a service. I'll give it a clean up and make sure it's the only part I'm not touching on it, as I said, is the thermal pads and stuff, the viscous paste and the liquid metal. There we go. That's the port removed. Now, luckily, yeah, no, he's not done any damage to the board, but we will get this cleaned up when I can find my solder wick. I'll just have to use some of this stuff. Whole new roll of solder wick and it's gone missing. I think I might need a little bit more flux on that. There we go. Give that a quick clean. Ooh, I've still got a little bit of solder in there. Is that? Yeah. Okay. Not quite as bear with me for a second. Let me just adjust this so it's a bit easier for me to work. Right, solder sucker. What have I gone and done with that? There we go. Bit heat in there and then go. No, that's going to have to be done by hot air, I think. blast the hot air and try and get the last of these bits of solder out. There we go, that's better. I will learn one of these days that just to do that as soon while it's hot and molten. It's a front USB port for a PS5, Dad. Okay, we still... I hope that one's still bear with me for a minute. And this story. There we go. Now it's done. Now I'm happy with it. Right, replacement port. Hello, Danny. Just drop that port in. Right, I know what's going to happen as soon as I flip this board over to solder it, but and I still let it happen. There we go. Right. What I am going to do is just keep one finger on it, just to keep the pressure on there, just while I will go and flow these properly in a second. Something to get it to hold into place. Just literally tack it into place for a second. Get some flux on there. Again, holding it in place. That's the ground anchors partially secure. some. Not overly happy with that. Might help if I put some more flux on. Not the prettiest ground anchor, but it will do. There's no bridges there. It's getting a frickin'. There we go. One nice shiny port. Nice and secure and solid. Have we got nice and flat against the board. And good contact. Let's see if it works. Yeah, that's all sorted out. I'll give it a quick clean before I put it back in the put it anywhere near the console. Let me just move the scope out the way, and there we go. Get rid of the old blocks off the board. See, it's true what they say, Phil. You learn something new every day. Right. No, it's not that part I need. It's that part. And the actual console itself. I will do full testing once this is all back together. But I just want to make sure before I get it all back together, you guys can see what I'm doing here, that it works. So put that in like that. Might also help if I get the power supply. I really don't want to put all this back together and realise, you know, get it back in the front panel and everything and realise that it's not going to work. So, not that I've had that issue when doing these, but better to be safe than sorry. Right. I'm not going to. No, actually, let's put the. So you can see what's going on. That's on. That's on. That's on. See you later, Travis. Right, so it's still powering up, which is a good sign. I do need to find a... No, that's the wrong cable. That's not the right cable either. Oh, why can I never find the right cables when I need them? I just need a... Oh, have I know I'd lost a few. Have I gained back my up to 100 subs, have I? Because that'll be awesome if I have. I am just going to... I will go through and test this properly later. Just at the moment, I just want to make sure that it actually connects. So... I know this is a PS4 controller, but it's the only USB Type A I've got at the moment, but that lights up and charges. And I didn't know that. PS4 controllers. Okay, this one's not very good. And I've just given the... Let me just move that. Get through into that quickly. All good. Just move that. But yeah, I didn't actually realise that you could use PS4 controllers on a PlayStation 5. Charges, syncs, and works as well. Well, nobody told me. But yeah, no, that's actually a bonus to you. So if I've got anybody in with a customer in that can't use their console because their PS5 controller's bust, then they've got the option to use a PS4 one until theirs is fixed. Which is actually a good thing to know. But yeah, so that's that port sorted. So what I'm going to do now is get all this back together. So I'm just going to pop these... That's it, yeah. This off. I know they're backwards compatible with the games to the PS4, but I didn't realise it was the console as well. But no, that's actually that's really good. I know. just have to bear with me a moment, right, while I find a position I can get this in where it's going to make it easier for me to, there we go. See if I can get you a better view of what's going on. I know with Xbox, they're Xbox One controllers, and they're basically all the Ones series, including the S and X, the Series S and X, are all compatible with each other, which I think is quite good. Really don't like. Do you? That pin. There we go. Right. That's back in. There we go. A little bit easier to get the screws in. Oh. Ah, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Give me a second. Make sure that's not a... Yeah, all good. Yeah, so that's good. I will give this a good dusting out as well. Good clean out. Yeah, no, I don't know whether you guys actually want to see me service a console. It's not the most interested of the things you've seen. Quick fix and all sorted. I am going to put the console back together. But I probably should have dusted it all off before putting the front panel connector back on. But yeah, let me know if you want to sit around while I clean the console, or if we all want to head over to GeForce. Can do. Problem is, Danny, not everybody has that free access to sheep like you, so that's why Phil uses a flashlight. Yeah, no, I'll quite happily sit here, and to be honest with you, I'm not, as I said earlier in the stream, I'm not disturbing the thermal stuff in here. The child's only had the console since Christmas, and I don't see, he's not complained of any overheating issues or anything like that. Excuse me. So I don't want to disturb the thermal compound, because at the end of the day, if it's not presenting as an issue, I don't want it to become an issue. So but yeah, no, all I'm going to be doing is just sort of dusting it off, because it's, to be honest with you, it's not actually in that bad of condition, this one. It's got a little bit of dust in places, but like most PS5s, it's mainly sort of, you know, in the back cases. But just give these a quick... Not that you're going to see much while I'm doing this part. Yeah, just dust off, and what I also will do is give it a wipe down and stuff. What else do I have to repair? The only other thing I've got today is a Well, not that I can actually do it today, but I've got a Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller. It's come in for a few bits, and I don't really want to start tearing it down. I need to clean that. Don't want to start tearing it down and everything until the new analog sticks get here. I was hoping my order from Ali would be here by now, but all right, okay. Well, you said earlier you were going to stream, so question. Get the dust out of this. Give it a good. Right. This is the fun part, because normally I've got the top. Notice how Phil runs away after he tells me to do it this way rather than because my original plan was to actually take the top plate off so I could disconnect the connector here rather than on the board. And I always struggle a little bit getting all this back in, but we'll see. We will see. Actually, that went rather easy. Okay, don't tell Phil. His way worked. Pop that one screw in there for now. Yep. Yeah, no, I thought I'd stream this one today because it's something I've not done on stream before. It's and to be honest with you, I wanted to try and get another video out, but I thought this is a little bit easier than editing a full video. And I think I've only been, what have I been live for now? An hour. It's not bad. So I can either post this, you know, list it straight away, or I can go away and edit it and do stuff with it. So I'll have a think and decide what I want to do. Because my last, not my last live stream, but the live stream before, I did absolutely brilliant on with views afterwards. Now, I know 90% of that was coming from Phil's tag, which helped a lot. But this last live stream, it just plummeted. I hate these Wi-Fi antennas. If you yeah, Dad, if you download, bear with me for a second. Droid Cam on the Google Play Store. It actually connects to OBS via Wi-Fi. Right, that is that. Clean and top cover. As you'll probably notice in a second, I don't actually remove the screws from the top cover when I'm doing ones like this. Make sure that the actual... this side's not usually too bad. But yeah, it's... I did a test on it the other day, Dad, and I... don't get me wrong, you can either do it either USB through to OBS, or you can do it over Wi-Fi. Now, you do lose some quality and resolution when you're firing it over Wi-Fi, but it works. And to be honest with you, if it gets you a couple of videos out there, nobody noticed that, thankfully. Neither was I, Danny. I kind of got blackmailed into it. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm not, you know, it's not as if I'm not enjoying myself, but, well, I wouldn't say blackmailed, that's the wrong word. It was a bit of a coercion. Oh no, CG, I've turned stream elements off, it's okay. Hello, Lesson. It's PS5. It has just had a front USB type A port replaced. After it looked like somebody had tried to fit a tank in there. Well, at least I didn't have to remove all the screws for the top plate, which made my life a little bit easier. It's actually quite nice when I get a fix on stream. I know this is quite a simple job, but it's still nice to... Yeah, and Danny, the first stream is the hardest. Coffee. Soup strainer's getting in the way a bit, but... Right. Giving the fan a good dust out. put that back in. Oh, if anybody's just a little if anybody gets consoles in, I know you pretty much all do to fix. Wilco's, the well, you'll probably know Wilco's. Sell these little tubs. I think they're about £1.60, £1.70, something like that. And I tell you what, they're absolutely, when you're first starting out, they're absolutely fantastic for figuring out where screws go. I have got, and also if you taking one apart and then you're leaving it apart for a week while you wait for parts to turn up, it's brilliant. I absolutely swear by it. I've not done it on a few of my last streams, but oh, I know what I could do. If GeForce was joking about going live, I know what I could have a look at today. Let me get this done, and something we can have a look at. But yeah, no, as I was saying, Wilco's £1.60, £1.70, and they're absolutely brilliant. You could actually get roughly two consoles worth of screws in them. Get that screw back. I do actually have something I can look at, because I have an update. Most of you know this already, but yeah, that's another good one for oh, what do you call it, switches, because their screws are tiny. Still, I've bought myself a fair few of these, because at one point while I was waiting for parts, it was a few days till the with the console sitting around, so I bought a couple of stackable plastic tubs to put the console in, and then a couple of these to put the screws in, and it just keeps it. I've slacked off a little bit because I've got parts everywhere at the moment. I need to have a good tidy up. My workshop's looking more like Phil's every day. Yeah, no, that's all the screws. Not missing any. Need to pop the cable in, cover on, and we should. Spritzing. I know what I've forgotten. I've forgotten the fan cover. Yeah, just realised that myself. I thought I'd put it on there. I really had. To be honest with you, it's one of the items that I pretty much forget to put on every time. So yeah, no, I kind of realised when I saw the message pop up in chat, it was that, and then I looked at chat and saw Dreams there. I wondered what he was on about with the whole full caps thing. Yeah, no. This screw does not want to stay with the console. I'm wondering if it's been mistreated. There we go. I will give that... I'm not going to do it on stream. Just bear with me for a second. Just bear with me for 2 seconds, guys. It looks like somebody's trying to use my bank card. Yeah, somebody has just... Strange, but never mind, it's okay. Right, where was I? Yeah, I'll do a full test before this goes back to the customer. I'll do a full test on it. I'll give it a once over, wipe it down because it's fingerprint marks and everything, get it cleaned up. But yeah, no, that's all sorted. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'll pop these side panels on for now, and I do have something else. So as I said, GeForce, if you're not going live, you'll remember this one when I show it to you. But I'm going to just quickly nip and go grab a cigarette. I will be back in 5 minutes. I know, GeForce. It's just thought I'd say. Right. Right. I have got... You'll all remember it if you were here on the last one. Oh, maybe not the last stream. I can't remember which stream it was now. Got to open the box up again because I've packed it all up. to send it back. Now, I was looking to do a switch with iFix with this, but he actually said to me, you know, because I've had eBay step in. This one. So I had eBay step in. They looked at the evidence that I provided, looked at the evidence that he's provided and his messages and stuff, and yeah, they decided that with his last message stating that he'd been advised by eBay to only accept it if it was returned in the condition he sent it, which is not what eBay said, and the fact that he was making things difficult, they decided to basically, they've refunded him the money, or they're letting him keep the money. They are refunding me. So yeah, free Xbox. You're right there, Lee. So I wasn't going to do anything with this because, let me just get that for the simple fact that, to be honest with you, it wasn't worth actually paying out possibly on parts and stuff. Now I have got a few bits for it, so I will get on with that. You know, I can, some donor parts I can throw in, but I'll get there with it. Take me time and I'll start it today and see where we get to. Just have to bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna have a little bit off this cigarette before. Right. So, yeah, if you remember from the stream I had this on, this is the one that looks like it's covered in milk. Yeah, this is the milk box lesson. I hate... There we go. Once I've got the first part out, it's... Luckily, I've got a case and everything. I'm not bothered about the case. I'm not bothered about... Obviously, I didn't put that screw in properly. The front panel board, the Wi-Fi board, I'm not bothered about. I have spares of those. Oh, yeah, no, I know the case and everything will come up, but... You know, I've got spares of most things. The front panel board, to be honest with you, has got... Might help if I actually use the right bit. There we go. But yeah, I thought I may as well, now I know it's not, I'm not losing anything by looking at it. And that was my biggest concern. I don't, unlike Phil, who gets monetized for his videos, who gets income, who can take the risk on a console, you know, I don't have that financial flexibility. You know what, sod it will, yeah, sod it will take all the screws out. Which is a shame, because I would like to have a little bit more, Oh, you mean the PCB in the sink? I don't know whether that... Wouldn't that cause more issues than it'd solve? Obviously, I know you don't mean plugged in. I suppose I could always stick it through the dishwasher. So, top plastic's not too bad. It's obviously it's gone through and it's sat on the bottom, so well, I'll see what I can achieve today. Give it a bit of a clean up, and if it comes to it, I have actually got a small plastic tray tub that I could probably have it sat in some IPA. You know, soak the. I'm a bit nervous about water because there's already corrosion on the board or parts of it. I'm worried about it it doesn't work. It's not going to make it any worse, is it? But just obviously see if we can get this in a camera. You see there's a nice bit of corrosion on that. Don't know whether that is mainly just the milk. You know what? That actually might clean up. Here's my other set of... that may clean up. But let's have a look at the rest of the console. I don't see any damage to, as I said the other day, to the hard drive. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive as well, so good size. Now, I did notice when I was taking it apart the other day, pulling the connector out, the side of the power connector socket has snapped off, but it is still a nice secure fit in there. You know, it's still a good push and stuff to get it in, so I'm not too worried about that. If I can get the console working, I will go back and swap that, but I'm not going to worry about that until I know the rest of it's working. But it's nice to have a supply of some spare parts if I can't get this working. So I'll do what I did the other day. Let's get this. This Wi-Fi board looks absolutely fine from what I can see so far. Obviously, I won't know until I test it fully, but yeah, I go on about buying these boxes and using them. They're brilliant. And then I don't actually use them. I will in a second, because this console screw-wise is complete. If I can't save the console, at least know I've got a full set of screws. Wi-Fi board, a nice and front panel connector. Right. One thing I do need to make sure I put back in. Yeah, no. Do this right, strip it down properly. Shouldn't have an issue. Yeah, no, the main reason for wanting a return on it was because, well, it wasn't as described. You guys clearly saw that. I even said to eBay what I paid for it was even overpriced for an overheating issue. The only reason I agreed at the price I did, well, £50 for the console, but £12 for the postage. I said the only reason I agreed that price for the actual for it because I thought it was an easy fix. I wouldn't spend that amount of money on something that's, you know, I'm not going to risk £62 if I don't think I can fix it. Not on the Xbox anyway. But hello, Mr. Bridger. Right. So power supply out. Only issue I have got is I've now got to try and find my my X clamp removal tool. Which is right in front of me in my map. Right, because I don't know how bad the corrosion actually is on this board underneath the actual stuff, let's pop the scope back up for a second, because I know you guys kind of saw it the other day, but just gonna yes, Mr. Bridger, it's the nasty one from the last stream. I'm just want to see if I can, before I start hitting this and making the milk stink again, or whatever it is, see if I can. I've got a couple of capacitors that look a little bit worse for wear. Just removing the big chunks at the minute before I start scrubbing it with a tough brush. Might have a couple of capacitors down here that need replacing. That is just... yeah, no. When I'm scraping it, it's got a very I'm a bit worried about the old... I could do with an ultrasonic bath for this, to be honest with you. But, give me a second, let me just give this a quick... Well, I can definitely say it's... even without damping it down and or heating it, I can definitely tell you it's milk. But so that's that side. As you can, let me just zoom out. Right. That USB port looks a bit nasty, but that all looks like it's more where the milk's just been sat on the board. Possibly a clean, and we should be good to go. So, first things first. An ultrasonic cleaner for this job would probably be the best option. But let me just flick you over to the other camera, turn the scope off a second, move that out the way. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just at the moment I want to assess what the damage is under the components. I don't actually think, from what I'm seeing, I want to see if what I'm actually seeing is whether it's salvageable. Because at the moment, all I'm seeing is the surface stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't actually think this was possibly powered on when the issue happened. Now, I'm not looking for this as one to sell on. I said in my last stream when I covered this, I wouldn't be happy using parts for this for a customer or giving it out to a customer. This one is purely just testing, assessing my skills, testing myself, seeing how much I have learned, which I know is not going to be a huge amount, but I don't plan on selling it on. I want to see if it's salvageable. looking a bit healthier that side. To be honest with you, I could more than I could probably do with a ultrasonic cleaner, but at the moment it's priorities. Oh shit. Luckily I've got no flame or heat over that side. Yeah, I could do with an ultrasonic cleaner, but at the moment I've got other priorities, and most of the time if I'm needing to clean a board, I've actually got little plastic like takeaway tubs, fill it with however much IPA to cover the board, and I'll sit there and just let it soak overnight, because it's not going to kill the board sat in IPA. Or leave it to sit there for a few hours so the IPA can get in and break down the mainly the flux. But yeah, to be honest with you, I'd be happy if I could get one where, standing the board up on end, I could get half of the board in and then flip it round and do, or even just over half the board, then flip it round and do the other. So it would it'd be stood up in the cleaner like so, or at an angle, whichever way. But anyway, I'm waffling. Every day I'm waffling. Don't start that singing. Right, so let's see how we look now. Okay. Well, something dishwasher works fine. Where's me? Well, that up there doesn't look too bad. Okay, I will. What do you suggest setting wise? If I remember rightly, that's something to do with, is it distributing power and stuff? Not entirely. Ooh. To be honest, I didn't even clean off any of this damage the other day. I suppose I could go round and see if there's anything showing. Lee, do you just put it, as daft as this sounds, if I was to put it in on the dish, obviously in the dishwasher with a normal run of pots and stuff, obviously not, I don't mean pots that are covered in food and that, but a normal dishwasher cycle with a tablet, you're saying it's going to be absolutely fine. Couple of components around here that probably may just need touching up, but I'll have a look to see if we've got any dodgy readings in a moment. It's not that I don't believe you, Lee, I don't actually think this looking too bad. Possibly, yeah. Well, I say it doesn't look too bad now, but yeah, it possibly is too far gone, Lee. It would be nice to stick it through and see. What I am going to do, let me come back off the scope. So we know, well, it's just beep, isn't it? So I doubt I'm going to have any, there's power getting to it, there's voltage getting through. That means there's no shorts on the 12 volt. So the 12 volt should all be good. Okay, to be honest with you, as I said, it is a, it's a donor board, so I suppose I can only give it a go and see. Right. Yeah, that confirms that we don't have, which we kind of know. So I should then just going to go round and some of the components that I actually know. And they're not the, these are not the cables that I'm looking for. But I suppose they will do. So, yeah, that's good. They're all good, so I didn't think there'd be any issues with those, with it getting the beep, but make sure we haven't got any. Nope, good. So there's nothing on those. I suppose it's a case of seeing what standby voltages we've got. Which means I don't want to use that power supply. I am going, or yeah, no, actually, I am going to test this power supply, make sure it's putting out what it's supposed to. One probe to there. Yeah, will do. Just bear with me, I'm just trying to. Might help if I actually put that to voltage as well. $11.98, so we know the power supply is good. Just a bit disgusting. Right. Let me see if I can get this a little bit more zoomed in. Well, when I say zoomed in, I mean maybe not quite as much as that. That'll do for now. I know it's not perfect, it's still a little bit fuzzy, but at the moment it's the best I can do. I will eventually be getting a new camera, so we'll sort it. Right. So I have got power going in. I know the power supply is putting out 12 volts, and I know I've got good readings down here. So that side of it, I'm happy with. So I know we've got a test point there. And we are reading nowhere near what we're supposed to. Now, is that my meter or is that me? Might help if I look at the right meter. I'm not even getting 12 volts. Have I got... ...12 volts going in? I can't... I just have to bear. I can't see this board properly. So let's just bring this over here. No wonder I'm not getting any readings. I've checked the pins. It's all right. That was me more than the actual console. No, it's the power supply is fine. It's the fact that I hadn't actually switched it on at the plug. So we've got 11.9 volts there. Let me get rid of that now. And get rid of that. Right. 1.8, good. 3.2. 5 volt. 1.1. Yeah, no, you have to bear with me, guys. I am going to need the scope. I can't read what's on this board. I just want to make sure that I'm actually getting the right points. I know I'm getting the test points. So that's... No, that's not a standby voltage, is it? Damn you, bloody computer. 1.8. Hello, James. So at the moment I haven't got 1.8 down there. No, not this point. Oh, no. You have to bear with me while I'm I should really probably bear with me for a second. I have actually got the what do you call it? Xbox. Standby voltages, that would help. I can actually see what I'm doing then. Bring this over to there. That's a bit better. Right, which means, sorry, I really struggled to read the writing on these boards. I'm absolutely, so, pretty freaking blind. I'm just going to go round, so we've got 5 volts. There, 3.3. So it would help if I turn the board in a similar orientation. I'm not going to get so confused. That's better. So black probe on ground. 12 volts there. 12 volts there. That's all good. And I got yep, that's good. Five volts is good. 12 volts, what have we got on those? 3.3. 3.3. Three point three. 3.3. Seem to be getting good readings around most of the board so far. I know I'm probably going to regret saying this, but 5 volts, yeah, that's getting what it needs to. A couple of capacitors down here. 12 volts. At the moment, I am just going round and making sure that I've got the rails that I'm supposed to have before I start looking at everything else. This one, it was basically, it's a milk damage. I won't call it liquid damage because it was milk damage. It was disgusting. But it's literally, you press the button, it beeps, nothing else. So I am just going round and just seeing if I've got voltages where I'm supposed to have voltage. Because if I've got voltage where I'm supposed to have voltage... Oh no, we are good. What else have we got? I haven't yet. No, I just wanted to go round and make sure that... Well, that's not right. What have we got on that one? 7.98. What have we got up here? Absolutely fuck all. That might be our issue. Then what's that one? That's 11.97. Right. Let me go. I think we've got an issue, possibly. Yeah, James, the spill covered pretty much that part of that section of the board there. This corner of the board. Camera shot's not great. Apologise for that. But as you can see, where the milk, well, you can't really, where the milk sat, but it was mainly this side of the board that's damaged. Now I'm getting some off readings on this middle power rail. I'm not getting the 12 volts to cap to the capacitors. If I go back on ground again, if I go to that one, no, help if I put it in voltage. Go to that one. Okay, I've got an issue with that one as well. That one's reading 11.98. No, we have got 11.98 there. I maybe wasn't making a good enough 11.97. Yeah. Or it could be this rail that's causing it. No, 11.98. Okay. Maybe I jumped the gun. There obviously is still a bit of corrosion on this board, so... No, there's no... I wouldn't have thought... No, I've got the right voltages along here. It is coming into 12 volts. There is still a lot of corrosion on this board. I haven't yet had a chance to give it a clean. So 5 volts, we're good. Have we got 5 volts on the other side of that? Yeah. Now there's a good this the one that controls the power rails, James, was I have a donor board, and in my infinite wisdom, when I was messing around with another you won't be able to see that, but I have a brand new NCP there. So what I will check round the resistors like you suggest, Lee. So for this I want to know what I've done with my other leads. And one with my fine point on. Gonna make this a lot easier for me. Because at the moment I'm trying to be very careful not to short things out against each other. I'll just swap my cables over. That one. Right. That's the other thing I needed, wasn't it? Was the donor board. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. I have got an NCP board, or an NCP with a donor board, but I don't have the it's not on the board, so I don't know whether that will change the value of the what I'm getting. But we will see. So let's have a look. I so can't wait to get my my scope. Wrong, this board is still disgusting, and there is still a lot of milk and grunge and grime. Let me see if I can a little bit of IPA. I'm not planning on injecting any voltage, but we have got all the power going to the 3 rails, but give it a bit of a clean, whip round with the old what you call them, probes. Just make sure there's nothing giving us a funky reading. But it's not the best quality camera, but a reflow might be worth it. So right, check the resistors around that. Need to pull up the schematic. Bear with me for a second, guys. Xbox One S schematic. Now it's knowing which bloody screen it's going to open it up on. Right, so just bear with me for a second while I find it on the schematics. It is, should be memory, nope. This is the one that I got on stream the other day. GeForce. NCP. Yeah, the one from the other stream, matey. Control F search, right. U9C2. Ah, there we go. I wasn't far off of it. I've got the, I know there's a board view out. I'm just using the schematic at the moment. Just gonna have a look and see what we've got. So pin 1, it'll be, I'm gonna turn this. I've got the orientation the same as, should be the same as what it's actually on the schematic then for me. Make it a little bit easier to figure out. Right. Just want to see, make sure that I am where I'm looking. see what we've got. So diode mode. Nope, might help if I actually put it into. A probe on ground. Let's start over here. This doesn't want to. Is there an issue with my bloody... Let me try my other multimeter, see if that... Red probe on ground. See if I actually get a reading. .53, yeah, I think it's an issue with my multimeter. Half an ohm. Yeah, they're all good. 0.32. That's ground, good. RC... Oh, sorry, R9C29. R9... D... Ah, these... You on about these ones here, Lee? Point 4... 0.6... Up. 0.6. 0.6. Well, 0.5. Say 0.6. Those resistors look okay. I'm not getting a dead short or anything, so yeah, I know, Danny, I've still got corrosion. I'm just at the moment well, what I might do then is, if you think it's worth banging it in the dishwasher, get it washed, and then come back to it later, I suppose. That's looking Oh, just bear with me for 2 seconds, guys. I've just got to take care of something quickly. Right, sorry about that. I just had to just take care of something. I'm just going to whack a bit of hot air over this just to... so I can actually... so I'm not getting the reflection so much from the IPA. I do think that definitely contemplating replacing that. Still, let me see if the readings have changed on those couple of capacitors that are just here. No, I'm actually getting a... I'm going to have to use those ones. For some reason, my playing up. So, go back to using big chunky ones. Check that one again. Well, that one's showing now as open line. So yeah, giving it a clean. So are these all showing as short now? No. Oh no, resistant, yeah. It's alright. I'm having a special moment. Not giving me a reading. Because I've got my probes the wrong way around. So... 0.45 on that cap, resistor even, 0.414, 0.593, and I expect this side to be, or one of the sides, 6.611, 0.612, 0.612. So there's a little bit of a drop over that one, which I personally would expect across a resistor. Certain amount of 0.531, 0.528, 0.014 on that one. So R9D21. Now it could just be the fact that there's still, well, swap hands so I can get at it at a better angle. Hang on a second, I'm not supposed to get a reading on both sides of a resistor, am I? Is one side supposed to be open line and one side, or not open line, but like for example, that one. Oh no, I'm getting a reading both sides. I'm now confused. Because some resistors are reading a similar sort of reading both sides. Some are reading like the 0.5 whatever, and then the other side 0.14. And then others are just reading, I don't know. I've got a feeling that it could be something to do with this though, because that was pretty grummy and cruddy. Didn't realise while I was doing all of that it was still plugged in, so see what we can see on the schematic, which is what I was originally where's me that one, right. I'm just having a look through them now on here. Thing is that there's nothing flagging up around apart from the chip itself. I'm not getting any shorts from it. I've got all of my voltages. I'm wondering if trying to boot it on with a decent power supply might help. See if just cleaning the corrosion off has done anything for it. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because I'm me and I don't have luck like that. But I'm wondering if it's something to do with this chip, though, that controls the rails. And when I'm switching it on, it's not giving the... Because I know that the South Bridge does everything else, but... values could be skewed because I've had it plugged in. Let me see if I get a different value then with it now not plugged in. Well, yeah, that's 1.1. 1.07. I've got the probes the wrong way round again. So that's, just ignore those last two. Oh no, 1.1. 1.07. Okay, you know what? If it does anything different than what it did before, what's the worst going to happen? I'm just going to... Let me get rid of that bit of thermal paste. Yeah, to be honest with you, you know, watching videos that Phil's done, Lee's done, you know, what other people have done, you know, I've watched that many videos, I can't remember half of them. But I know it's a rabbit warren, beep on, beep off, you can have everything reading perfectly normal, and it's not, you know, and still not find the issue. But where's my tingy bob? X clamp removal tool. Right. Definitely think I'm going to have to at some point get a better multimeter. Afternoon, Mr. B. No, keep the fucking power away for a second. Sorry about my language, guys. I am going to plug everything in just in case. Not that I think for 1 second that this is actually going to be the end of this. Well, I'm getting the correct voltage out the old power supply, but I will... this is a known good power supply. I have tested it on another 1S. So I will use that to front panel. Sod it, let's try it with this front panel. Actually, no. I'm going to just bear with me for... to make sure that is the... I'm going to use this one. Oh, I'm just chucking everything on there because if it does fire up, then... Actually, yeah. If anything goes wrong, I don't want to damage those. So yes, good point. Good point, well presented. Thank you very much. Right. Power on. Not getting a light on that one. I don't know whether the... I thought the LED worked on that. Nope, I'm getting the same. So it's definitely not the power supply. I think what I may do is, because there is still quite a fair amount of corrosion on this board, what I may do is, for the moment, because when I did this originally, that light was lighting up. But at this point, I am stuck. So what I might do is what you suggest, chuck it in the dishwasher, put it on a cycle. Yeah, it's definitely beeping. See if I can move. Hello, sorry about that. For some reason, it seemed like my cut off, my audio cut off for some reason there. Right, I've got the console up against the mic. Oh yeah, I've got pictures of it all bad. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to get much further with this until I've given it a good clean and I've got all the old milk off. Because you can still see that, I know some of this white stuff is from, it's usual with Xboxes, but there's a lot of corrosion, and the back of this board, I've not really even touched it properly. So, but yeah, no, I've got pictures of it. I know where to look. Definitely going to whack it through the dishwasher though. And then I've got a small tray I can lay an IPA in just to disperse the water. But no, I think I might actually call it a day there, guys. Let me just... I'll leave that camera on for a second, because... but, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have normally looked at it, but with it being, you know, it would be stupid not to now. Now I've had the refund for it, and I get to keep it. I may as well have a look and see what I can do. At least from this, I know that the power supply should be good. The hard drive looks like it's good. The disk drive is a little bit of milk around it, but I don't think there's an issue with that. Front USB port. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see, Lee. That's the... No, I can't get this to focus properly. The underside looks good. The backside does look corroded. So whip the... So would it boot up fine then if I take the USB port off and it's not there? I take it would. Right, give us a second then. Just going to make sure my hot air is actually going to reach. I had this problem the other day. Yeah, we should be good there. Now where's my flux? My light. I just lost my light. Right. Well, I will be, just have to bear with me for a second, guys. I've put my flux down, and for the life of me... No, turn the bloody light down. Gonna make this a little bit easier to remove. Just flood it with some leaded solder, maybe a little bit too much, but like I did for the PS5 one, but there's a few more pins on this one. Yeah, no, I appreciate the tip, Lee. I really do, because I wouldn't have thought of something like that. Because to me, that would be something that turns on further on in the boot. Like a PC, the USB ports don't tend to turn on until the computer's posted, and well, that just might be my minimal knowledge. I'll tell you, I'll do it from this side. Do I expect this console to work again? No. If it does, it would be nice. I've still got a feeling it's something to do with that little chip. If I do have issues, I may look at changing that, since I've got a spare one that I've put down and now I'm not going to be able to find. Yeah, that can just go on the floor. It's corroded and nasty anyway, so what I do want to do to make my life easier next time I come round to do this, you know what, close enough. Because I'm burning my hand there. Let me just give this part of the board another. Right, so that's that port off. Now I might be able to. Yeah, it definitely smells like milk. Oh, I think it was. Oh, I'm being gentle, CG. Just trying to give myself the best opportunity possible with it. Right. So, before I forget, I need to... Sorry about this, guys. I just need to let the customer know that console is... All right. It's all right. I've got another customer messaging me. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not ignoring you. Oh, just bear with me for a minute. I've got to... I'm just gonna have to mute you quickly because I haven't got his mobile number. He's just messaged me asking an update for the console. I'll be 2 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. I just needed to give the customer an update about his PS4. It's all sorted. The one with the power supply issues. He's just asked for a phone call, so I'm just letting him know that it's all ready to collect and sorted. But yeah, let's give this one another go. Am I hopeful that that's going to solve it? Might help if I put the Heatius Syncius on. I'm not making that mistake. Yeah, sorry about that. I know it's a bit awkward, but I'd rather keep the customers happy. But then I'll need to have a look at that X clamp when it comes to it. Turned off. Right, front panel. Was that the... That's the corroded one. This is the good one. Power on. No. So we know it's not the USB that's stopping it. And I'll just lift this up to the mic again. A little bit of a... And as you can see, I'm not even getting fan spin at the moment when power's turned on. So reset the... But then again, the fan could actually be an issue because the fan may not work. But that's a shame. It would have been nice to see it working on stream. It won't be this one. I will put this through the dishwasher and give it a good scrub, and then I will soak it in. Once I get it out the dishwasher, I'll soak it in IPA for a few hours just to disperse the water and then make sure it dries off for 24. So it'll be a couple of days before this one comes back on stream again. But the board's definitely looking in a better condition compared to it. There is a few capacitors down here that look a bit funky. I would, when I find it on my desk, wherever I've put it, it's probably dropped onto the floor now. Yep. Here I have got a replacement chip, because I actually bought it for the 1S that I was working on until I was just delving deeper and deeper. I've had like 3 MOSFETs off, I've had that off, and still got issues, can't find the fault. So I bought one of these chips because I thought that was the issue. Never got round to using it, so I can always something I can replace. But I think what I'll do next time is I'll go round again, check all the voltages and stuff, make sure that I am getting every single standby voltage that I'm supposed to, because I went around and checked the main ones and I had the rails there, but it could be I know on these boards, if I remember rightly, it's this area here. Well, hang on, no, this area. When it doesn't turn on, there's usually an issue somewhere around here. I think I found on the other board. So it could be the fact that it's a could even be a Southbridge issue, which you know what, and because they're not married, I have got one that I can pull off of this board, reball, and we can get it onto here. So fingers crossed. Because apart from what was on there, the board actually itself can't really show you in great detail because of the camera, but the board itself doesn't actually now look in too bad a condition. It's had a clean. There is a little bit of gunk around the APU, very small amount around here, so it could be that this is dead, it could be something else, it could be a RAM issue. Jesus Christ, as people have said, it's a rabbit warren. But I'll go round and I'll have a look and we'll see where it goes. Hey Jess. But yeah, no, sadly I think that's about as far as I'm going to get today. That's 3 hours on live. It's not too bad. I really appreciate for everybody coming. Oh yeah, I want to rule everything out first, but since that's what controls voltages, when if my understanding is right, that controls the distribution of power to everywhere else. You've got that controls into these, if I remember rightly, which goes out off to the board wherever it needs to go, and then it's stepped down to its thingy voltages or whatever it is, and then, but I'll work towards that, is what I mean. I'll check everything else, and if everything else is looking good, and I'm not getting any off readings on like components around RAM and stuff like that, and you know, around this area as well, then we'll see. But at the moment I don't want to keep, while there's still so much corrosion and crud on this board, I don't want to keep poking around, because if it does fire up, I don't want it causing any more damage. So, but cheers for the tip on that one. If I get one that doesn't power on again, I will remember to have a look at the front USB port, because that's a good one to know. I need to order some of those in anyway, because it's not something I usually stock, but I think it's time for me to go and make myself a cup of coffee, because that one's cold 3-hour-old cup of coffee. But I appreciate everybody for coming along, showing the support. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate it. For those of you who were on my last stream but haven't had the update, this is the console that was covered in milk, the one that I bought off eBay, as it came in as an overheating issue. Just thought I'd do this at the end of the video for those joining later. It's the one that had the mouldy milk all the way up this side that I decided to I was going to return, but eBay stepped in and sorted it all out for me. So yeah, just a quick recap for anybody at the end. But yeah, no, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it, and I will catch you later. I'm going to go and have a well-deserved cup of coffee and a cigarette. So I've got one win for today, so I'm happy with that. Well, actually, no, 2 wins. PS5 and a PS4 Pro. So I'll take both of those. But yeah, take it easy, and I will see you in Discord.